通したね。
こじらん方がいいと思うんだよね。
In the previous video, we replaced Kamachi, eaten by termites. We planned to replace it in half a day, but it took a whole day because many things didn't go smoothly.
何をしてんだろうな、俺今。
We felt our own inadequacy, but we managed to replace Kamachi and lay the first row of flooring. The next day's work involves laying new flooring on the uneven and complex hallway floor without leaving any gaps. A peaceful scenery. We purchased a cordless floor nailer for today.
今日はコンプレッサーなしでいこうかな。
じゃあこれはしまっちゃうよ。
We plan to use only cordless tools for this project. Usually, we do a job called kubikiri on protruding pillars. But this time, we will use a joint cutter to make grooves along the abutting parts. Our goal this time is to install the flooring without leaving even a 1mm gap. We are determined to achieve this goal. The flooring will be laid perpendicular to the floor joists. We will stagger the flooring on a hallway that is about 1.82 meters wide. In such narrow areas, it is particularly difficult to install the flooring without any gaps on both sides. The usability of this cordless floor nailer is better than expected.
いいと思う。
We will carve a 4mm wide groove at a height of 8mm from the floor on the threshold. Then, we will trim about 8mm from the bottom of the floorboard using a cordless trimmer. It is difficult to install a single board perfectly on both sides. So this time, we will use the method of inserting one side of the flooring deeply into the groove, cut in the threshold, and then pulling it back slightly. With this method, we only need to cut one side of the flooring accurately. This method allows us to install the flooring without any gaps. However, it has the disadvantage of taking a lot of time. This time, we will use both a dust collection circular saw and a regular cordless circular saw. The stair risers are usually installed at a slight angle. This angle of the risers poses a problem when installing the flooring. It is very difficult to install a long, single piece of flooring here. Therefore, we have calculated the layout in advance so that this area will use divided pieces of flooring. Wood glue has overflowed. We will clean it later. The tool belt we got new last year has become quite familiar. Recently, we have more 40V cordless tools, so charging can't keep up.
はい。
非常に難しいね。なんか、調子悪い。
He seems to be in bad shape today, just like yesterday. And now, we've reached the first major challenge. Let me explain why this is difficult. In such cases, we usually insert the flooring like this, and then lay it down like this. But we can't do that because the stair riser is tilted forward. So, how do you think we should install the flooring?
よし、これで次の炭のやつ作っとこう。これね。
If we agree to create a small gap, the difficulty level will significantly decrease, but he refuses to do so.
7号やろ。
Our goal this time is to install the flooring without any gaps. It might just be self-satisfaction. I'm sure many craftsmen struggle between this self-satisfaction and reality. We insert the flooring deeply into the groove carved on the threshold side, and then bring it back to the correct position later. We put plenty of glue in the grooved part to prevent it from cracking later. We insert the flooring into the groove on the wall side. Push it about 3 mm beyond its original position, and it will drop into place when it passes over the male joint of the front flooring. Then we bring it back to the front. It went well. This time, we are only using cordless tools, so the worksite is neat without any cords. Kazu didn't take much of a break because he didn't want to lose his concentration and immediately resumed work. When making precise cuts, the dust cover of the dust collection circular saw gets in the way, so we use the regular circular saw. This cordless circular saw can make flush cuts. It can tilt the blade in either direction, which is very useful. However, this saw is not a dust collection type, so it doesn't work with the dust collector. So, we have to press the dust collector switch every time. The tedious work continues. He is beginning to think that it would have been better to install it simply as usual, without carving grooves in the threshold. In such cases, we are sometimes asked, "Don't you nail the short sides?" In situations where there is no escape, such as covering with baseboards later, it is often difficult to nail the short sides of the flooring.
おかしいね。
Here, he notices a problem with the subfloor.
まだずれとるね。
There is no floor joist where it should be. We insert a screw and tighten it to find the location of the floor joist.
下にね、一回入れとる。もう音でわかる。
The screw spins freely where there is no subfloor.
信じたらあかん。こんなことしたら終わんない。
Nails that secure the flooring need to be driven firmly into the floor joists.
最初に調べるべきやったね。ほら。
For some reason, the positions of the floor joists are irregular.
なんだろうな。
We spent valuable time searching for the floor joists.
よし。
Here is the second major challenge. It looks like we're almost there, but this part will be quite a long journey.
.もうちょいだな。ここが入らない。ここも入らない。もう集中力の限界だわ。オッペンハイマー2回連続で見たぐらいの感じだな。
Talking about a long movie he recently watched.
お硬いね。割れるかね。ちょっと一かけしとこうか。ここ怖いけどかけるわ。ここもね。
For the finishing part, even if we carve a groove and insert it, it's difficult to bring it back, so we'll use the usual installation method.
.ちょいきつく見えるね。わかるこれ。これ直角じゃない。ここが柱が出てるから、これ以上上に上がらんで入らんってことやな。本端の下刃を切ります。ちょっとだけ。
メンタ？
うん。
切らないと物理的に無理ってことね。
そうそう。でこれ面と入りやすくする。これで入る。
First piece. Second piece. It might be hard to see, but the hallway is warped, so it is cut at a considerable angle. Third piece.
Now, やり直しだ。外すこともできん。
The flooring pieces are cut so precisely that they don't come off once installed.
入った。
入れすぎだ。一緒に行けばよかったね。
All three pieces are cut to the exact size, so there is no room for error. We align the short sides of each flooring piece and lay all three down simultaneously.
ここは絶対にやばい。ここに入れて。これが当たるから、この裏だけ落としてあるんだよね。
はい。
We fit the tongue and groove while laying down the flooring. For the finishing part, we cut the end grain at an angle. If we rush and force it in here, the surface of the flooring will peel off, so we proceed carefully. We somehow managed to pass the second major challenge. Self-praise.
難関を超えた気分はどうですか？
気持ちいいと同時にもう終わるのかという寂しい気持ちと入り混ざってますね。
本当にドラクエがもう少しで終わっちゃうみたいな。
それぞれ749だったけど忘れちゃった。最後の1個だ。
Towards the end of the work, it seems his concentration has waned a bit.
両端遊びなし。
そう、距離短いと難しいのよね。
Since short flooring pieces cannot be bent, it is very difficult to fit them perfectly on both sides.
同時はめじゃないと入らないね。
奥のやつね。倒せなそう。
めっちゃ勾配いるもんね。
We could have made the work easier by removing the door, but it's the toilet, so we decided not to.
あ、そこで合掌させるってこと？
そうですよ。
めっちゃむずくないそれ。もうサネ合わせちゃって上から入れるっていうのはできない。
もうやっちゃったな。どうしよう。
I'm advising him on a good method. But he doesn't listen.
ちょっと待った。ちょっと待って。ダメだ。ボンドくっついたんだった。
あ、もっとちゃんときれいに拭いて。
In the end, he got glue all over the flooring.
ちょっと思ってたんと違うわ。やっちゃった。あ、でもそういけるな。ちゃんの言った通り。ちゃんの言った通りやればよかったね。 こっからスタートね。
ここからなかったことね。
We somehow managed to install all the flooring. This is not a giant caterpillar struggling to molt. We are sealing the gap between the door frame and the tiles. The construction is now complete. We replaced the kamachi that had been eaten by termites and laid new flooring without any gaps on the complex-shaped hallway floor. We believe we were able to do a good job this time because the client gave us the time to work carefully. And of course, Kazu's spirit of challenge was also a big factor.